Hello everybody, once again, this is AikawaKazu and welcome back to another Knowing Your Skills video. This will be episode 8 and we will be showcasing Judgement Hammer from the Crusader class, followed by the Switch Gravity from the Majesty class. For Judgement Hammer, we will be doing some myth busting in hope to unravel the mystery behind how the skill works, as well as how you can utilize it with other skills. For Switch Gravity, we will share with you how the skill works, how and when you should area evade depending on where you are standing, as well as other important information as usual. Let's start with some myth busting for Judgement Hammer. According to the skill description, you toss a hammer that fits on enemy's strength to grow larger, the hammer's attack strength, which I'm assuming that is damage dealt, and super armor piercing power increases as it grows. So let's test the first myth, which is that the hammer actually grows larger as it hits targets, and that as the hammer grows larger, it actually does more damage. So let's find out that one. We will first test if the hammer actually needs to hit targets to grow larger. Not convinced? Let's put these two screenshots side by side to see clearly. Since we now know that you do not hit the target in order for your Judgement Hammer to grow, this meant that the damage dealt is now possibly affected by the distance travelled by the hammer, since it grows with distance instead of requiring to hit an actual target. We put this to the test as well. Let's compare 3 screenshots of the various damage we have seen at range so far. The highest damage recorded is at the furthest range, which is to be expected since the attack power of the hammer increases as the hammer grows larger. Since it is largest at the furthest range, the damage should be higher, which is what we just saw. So let's take a look at our myth again. Myth 1.1, which is that the hammer needing a target to hit to grow larger, we find that to be untrue, myth busted. But for myth 1.2, it is definitely true that a large hammer has more attack power, thereby dealing more damage. We go straight into myth number 2, which is about the super armor breaking or piercing capabilities of Judgement Hammer, which increases as it grows. Let's get into testing right away. As you can see, it is strong enough to break Punishing Swing, which has decent amount of super armor, but not Circle Swing at mid range. We have also tested it with Flying Swing at max range and it does not break Flying Swing, so the super armor breaking and piercing capabilities is not to be counted on for Judgement Hammer. So just how can you use Judgement Hammer as a Crusader? I know a lot of players actually have trouble finding exactly how to use this skill. Well, we'll introduce 3 main methods. The most basic one will be that you need to know how to use it to bait dodging skills and then following up with skills like Holy Relic EX or Electric Smite. The second one will be to use it on targets in the air like Bowmasters in Area Chain Shot or Swordmasters in Arrow Combo. Last but not least, you can use it in a variety of combos and we will have simple examples for all these. With Judge Power and Conviction Aura, you can hit within 600 to 1.8k damage per tick, 2000 plus with a skill ring, and with a short cooldown of 15 seconds, this skill is definitely very useful for Crusaders. Let's move on to Switch Gravity from the Majesty class, and as usual, we will start from the basics to show you how the skill works and how much damage it does. Switch Gravity has 2 ticks of upward push and 1 downward pull. The upward push does about 3000 damage per tick and the downward pull does twice the damage. In total, the skill does around 12,000 damage. And the skill itself has high super armor breaking from the second push onwards. So just how high is the super armor breaking capabilities of Switch Gravity? High enough to break Flying Swing once again, of course. Wait, what? But that's just not all you can break. However, do note that the super armor of Switch Gravity itself before the second push is very low and can be cancelled easily. In other words, never try to counter skills by using Switch Gravity as a Majesty as you risk getting the skill cancelled. For players fighting against Majesty, never try to cast a skill when you're within the aerial effect of Switch Gravity unless using skills like Maelstrom Howl, which has insane super armor. So what now? If I'm caught by Switch Gravity, am I screwed? Nope, we'll teach you how to area evade out of Switch Gravity while taking the least damage possible in 3 possible situations. For those who are trying to connect area evasion iframe and tumble iframe, it doesn't work if you're right smack in the center of Switch Gravity, and in fact, you take extra damage as well. So the safest way will always be to area evade after the second outward push if you are caught anywhere other than at the edge. For Majesties, if your opponent knows this, it is not the end of days as Starkey here will show you how to catch your opponent after the area evade on the second outward push. The difficulty of executing this is very high, but advice from Starkey himself is that you should only try to cast Switch Gravity after baiting the area evasion of your opponent to fully utilize the skill damage. And that's all for this week's Knowing Your Skills episode 8. Here are some blooper footage as once again a big thanks to Starkey and Kyame for helping out in the making of this video. I know it should be Rising Storm in this episode, but I couldn't grab hold of Axire as it seemed to have disappeared into thin air. What he has to share with regards to Rising Storm is definitely crucial, which is why I'm waiting for until he is back to do the skill. Remember to leave behind in the comments what skills you want to see next, just like how I have chosen Judgement Hammer this week. The comment with the most thumbs up will likely be showcased next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode and do help me out by giving this video a like and sharing it with your fellow friends in DNNA. Check out last week's video regarding Consecration and Chilling Point if you haven't. Thanks for watching once again and God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.